And what it do, man? It's your boy Fred on, and I'm about to smoke me a sweet with High Thoughts TV, baby.
About to smoke a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's High Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a purse so sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
What's going down? Welcome to High Thoughts TV.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Finally in, man.
Nah, for sure. Long overdue, but you know, time in the motherfucker. I think we right on time. You been goddamn
Perfect time.
knocking shit off the goddamn to-do list.
Nah, for real.
That a lot of niggas won't ever be able to knock off the to-do list for
Nah,
sure.
for real.
So just so the people can get a little more in depth with who we got here, let them know who you are and where you from.
Man, y'all already know Fred on, aka Shoot Fred Shoot, aka Hey Fred, Bye Fred. There's so many other, you know what I'm saying, aliases, you know what I'm saying, 5-time platinum producer, engineer, you know what I'm saying, Houston, Texas. Y'all know.
Yeah, so let's take it back to like growing up. Like what part of the city, you know, do you feel like you spent the most of your time on? What was some shit you was into as a young nigga?
Shit, the majority of my time I spent was either in Alief or I was in South Park, on South Bank in Belmont. You know, that's where my daddy friends and shit, they stay over there still to this day, you know what I'm saying? I used to go over there with my god brothers during the summer and shit and just run around South Park with them. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't over there, I was with my mama or my daddy on the southwest side. You know, I'm from Alief originally, so
Yeah.
I just was either over there or over there.
So what you feel like, cause both of them notable, you know, sections in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you feel like are some differences? Like, you know, that
The differences? Shit. I want to say back when I was a kid, South Park was more like, it wasn't as bad as it was now. Like it was going down out there, but it was more of the 30-year-olds and shit doing shit back then. Like it wasn't no young nigga shit.
Yeah.
All the young nigga shit was going down in Alief though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in South Park, it just really wasn't as bad as it is now. It just got bad like that over the course of the last 15 years, honestly.
Yeah.
It been going down over there, but not as bad as now. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool for us we could run all up and down the street. We can go from Belmont to Dead End all the way back there and come back, ride bikes and shit, and everything gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? But now, them kids better stay their ass in the house. Now it's going down out there.
Yeah. So what's some of the early music that you feel like you know, maybe even as a kid that you was hearing that was like resonating with you and just, you know, maybe even played in the back of your mind throughout the life you growing, you know, time of you growing up?
Shit, a lot of Tupac, bro. Like my old man used to pull up and he jamming Pac or he jamming Fat Pat or Scarface or he jamming some Ice Cube and shit like that with Snoop Dogg and Dub C, you know, the West Side Connection and all that type of shit. Like that's the type of shit I was listening to more towards like when I got to be a teenager though. I was listening to a lot of I want to say I was listening to like a lot of that MySpace shit, so it was a lot of Soulja Boy. Who else was popping at that time?
Lil B.
I mean that was a little bit more towards when I got in high school.
Yeah.
But like back in like 06 to 07, 8ish, it was a lot of Soulja Boy, it was a lot of MySpace shit. Like I can't just really think of it all because it was so much music back then, bro. The music was good. I was listening to Webby and Boosie. Bro, it's so much music, bro.
What you think about that?
From back then.
Cause like, I think that's a good ass point you make. I think back then, like you said, it's a lot of music, but I think looking at the music back then, you could easily identify like the lane a nigga fell into. Now it's kind of like
everywhere,
everybody in the same. Yeah.
I mean, Back then it was more like, oh, I'm picking who I'm fucking with, and it's like I'm jamming these every day. So yeah, it was like Boosie Webby, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled was in the mix back then. A lot of Lil Wayne too, like all the dedication mixtapes and all that different type of shit was going on. Like the mixtape game was crazy back then. I was a mixtape nigga. I used to listen to a lot of mixtapes back then. So it just was a lot of different music I was listening to, bro. Like my mind was so open to just different shit back then. Like especially with my parents and my godparents and shit, I'm still listening to R&B here and there. Yeah. It was a lot of music that I was listening to back then, to the point where I can't even remember half of that shit. Like,
yeah, nah, for sure.
But the music was good though. Like I have to just go into like a time period where I'm listening to certain songs for all these songs to just pop up in my head again.
Yeah, you got songs like that where you hear a song and it take you back to the point in life.
A whole era of shit.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was a lot of that. T.I., you know what I'm saying? Young Dro and shit like that.
Yeah, so how early and what made you want to get into producing?
I ain't start wanting to be a producer till 8th grade, honestly. But like what made me want to do it was, like I say, like it just from being around my old man. He pulling up, he got bass in all his cars. Every time he pull up, he 215s. He got the whole everything, radio, amps, highs, everything sounding good. So I just fell in love with the bass and shit. My mama bought me a keyboard one day, and shit. End up going to the store. She made me come get it when I moved with my old man and shit. I used to come home and fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't make no beats on it. It just had like a drum kit on it. I could play with it and split the keyboard down the middle. So I had instruments over one instrument on half of it, and then I could put an 808 drum kit on this side, and it had an 808 on it. So I used to play with the 808 a lot, and I used to just hope and wish one day I could record it. And then Soulja Boy came out and I heard he was making his own beats, and I was blessed enough to have a mother who wanted to have internet in the house, so she had the DSL internet, you know what I'm saying, the high speed internet. I got on Google like how Soulja Boy make beats. Yeah, FL Studio popped up and we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah, nah, shout out.
I learned how to record all my beats and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna be that nigga.
So when you get FL, that first beat you make, since you already, you know, been practicing, was it hard off top, or do you feel like that first beat was like, hitting?
I thought that motherfucker was jamming, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. It probably was, you know what I'm saying? But like just me like fucking around with it during the summers, like I used to go to my parents' houses and I used to download that shit on their computers, like, cause they had internet too, so I go over there and download the shit on their computers, and just be playing with different shit. I learned how to use a flash drive, so I would go look for sounds and shit online, and I put them on a flash drive, and I take them from computer to computer during the summer, and just make beats on all these computers. I couldn't save the shit cause it was the demo version, but I was going crazy then. I still was making them hoes, putting them on, burning them on the CD, giving them to niggas and shit.
Nah, for sure. Especially like as a young nigga.
Like I'm like 13 at this time.
Sheesh,
Yeah, I'm like 13 at this time. I'm burning beats to the CDs and giving them to niggas, letting them hear them.
So throughout doing all of this, who's the first artist, and when did that first artist say, I'm trying to rap on one of your beats?
Man, bro.
If you remember.
Man, damn, bro. Like, it was so long ago, I can't even remember that shit, bro. I can't even remember. Actually, I do remember. It was, me, I forgot how the shit had happened, bro. But my sister, she ended up having my nephew, and she used to stay over there with her baby daddy and his daddy, and he used to manage a group called Young Problems, Young Problems, they had a song called Boy I Got So Many back in the day. Yeah, so she was staying over there and they was making music over there downstairs in the little dining room area, and one of her baby daddy's cousins was fucking with a couple artists that come through and pay them to record and shit. I don't know how the beat ended up getting to one of them niggas or whatever, but they had did a song to that bitch. And that was the first song. That shit was like 2008.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever got like somebody to rap on my shit, and the beat was hard. But shit.
What about that first song that you felt you got some like traction behind?
First song I feel like I got traction behind, sheesh.
Or that first initial like nigga.
Like, yeah, this for real type shit.
Yeah.
I have to say it was a song I did with T Wayne and Lil Ronnie. It was called She Liked the Way I Swag. Everybody was fucking with that shit. It was that song. And there was another song called Legs and Arms that T Wayne had.
Yeah.
And it was another song T Wayne had he did with Mo Gang. I don't know if niggas know Mo Gang, but Mo Gang consisted of Lil JP, Rizzo, he wasn't rapping at the time, but he was Mo Gang, Roger Diego, Teddy. Who else I'm missing? My nigga Dougie, he wasn't rapping, he still don't rap. That nigga a fashion god. Gordo ain't rap either. It was a lot of niggas in Mo Gang, bro, but they had did a song called Do It Like Foolie, R.I.P. my nigga Foolie, boy, it's him, man. Yeah, that was one of the songs that blew up on the north when I was going out there on the north side fucking with Wayne, man. That Do It Like Foolie, that bitch was going up on the north side. At all the little team parties and shit like that, that bitch was going up. Them 3 records though, I used to look at them records like, damn, this shit really, people finding out who I am for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.